Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a light stick costume for your carrot bong, and it's really simple. All you'll need is a carrot bong, of course, some old stuffed animals that you don't really mind destroying, a hot glue gun and hot glue sticks, and some scissors. So to get started, the first thing you want to do is get a stuffed animal, and you want to make sure that the head size is about the same size as the top of the carrot bong, or you could even go like a slightly larger head. The thing you don't want to do though is get a smaller head, because then it won't fit properly and then it'll be like, it'll stretch out too much and it'll slip off. So you want to get something that's just the perfect size. So what you're going to want to do is kind of just cut the body open. You just got to like, there's a hole right here, so I'm trying to remember to not cut like directly the head off. Always leave some room just in case you need some more area to work with. I'm probably gonna cut right above the arm. So after you're done like cutting the part off, you just want to unstuff it.
It's easier if you just turn the head inside out and take out all the stuffing.
Sometimes the stuffing's sewn in there, so it's kind of hard to take off, but if you just work at it, it'll come out. Okay. So when you're done, you kind of just want to cut directly in the middle of your stuffed animal in the front of the face. It's okay if you don't cut straight directly, because you're not going to really use this part, but don't cut too far up. And you just want to make sure your carrot bong fits in there nicely. So yes, so then once you have it shaped in the position that you have, or like that you like, you kind of know where to cut. So for me, I don't want to keep the eyes, so I'm probably going to cut just around there. And you can mark it if you want, but I usually just eyeball it. So I'm just going to start cutting. And I know it was right above the eye, so okay. we don't need that. And then you could just put your carrot bong in there and kind of see if you like the shape of it.
Okay.
So then after that, there's all this excess there. So what I like to do is basically get the body, and you're gonna cut out a long strip from the body. That should be good. Okay. Just make sure that there's no stuffing or anything. So you put your carrot bong back into place, and this excess you kind of just want to like bring it all down and put this over it so it kind of hides it and keeps it together. This you can cut off, so then like once you put this on there, you'll start seeing the flaws, and like this, how it's kind of at an angle here, you can just cut off right there. So this is where you start hot glue gunning, or you could even sew it, but hot glue gunning works just as well. Okay, so once you have your hot glue gun heated up, you kind of just want to position your costume the way you like it onto your light stick, and this part you kind of just want to like bunch together the extra pieces, and you kind of just want to hot glue gun it, but be careful not to get it on your actual light stick. But you just kind of want all the pieces to stay together. Do that on this side too. So you kind of just like fold over it. Okay. So then once you do that, that's when you can start gluing this on there. Okay, so then you kind of just put glue and go. Then on this side too. Make sure it's dry. And then once you've come to this part, you can just glue it together. But make sure it's tight. Okay, and just make sure it's glued all the way to the end. Just make sure it's glued very tightly so it doesn't look like there's a piece that's there. So then once it's glued, you can just slip your costume out and kind of just cut away at any pieces that are extra that you see. And then once you look at it and you see that there's some loose parts here, you can go ahead and just glue that back to make it look like it has a tighter fit. So I'm just gonna do that right now. Just put a little bit of glue and then secure it into place. And then go on this side. And glue it into place too. And then right here where you see it's a little bit long, you can go ahead and cut away at that too if you want it to be a little shorter. So then it's just the same process. You take off the costume and cut away what you don't want. You basically just keep cutting and gluing until it looks good or you like it. There's a little hole right there, but that's okay because no one will really see it. You can just, okay, and then it's a little long right here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut that off too. Okay. This part didn't really glue down, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more glue right there. And then just overlap this and glue it down so it stays together. And if there's no more mistakes and it looks okay, you can just put your light stick back in it. Oh, there, it's a tighter fit, so it's more snug now that I glued it. Sometimes the fabric gets in there, but you just need to take it out. Okay. So if everything's good and you like it, you're basically done, but if there's some things that you want to cut away, like extra long pieces, you could just go ahead and fix that too. It all just depends on the type of stuffed animal you're using. But I think it looks pretty good right now. For the last step, this is completely optional, but I just think it looks cuter. You can get a piece of ribbon and make it into a bow, or you could just buy already made bows and you could just put it right there. I think it completely changes the way the costume looks if you put a bow, but that's just my opinion. So you just want to put some glue and kind of just make sure your costume is centered, because you don't want to put the bow in the wrong place. But then you just glue it and you put it there and you make sure it's really tightly on there. And I think it just completely changes the way the costume looks. I think it makes it look better than if it was on its own. So what I like about having the bow in the center here is you know exactly where the button is, so you can just click on the bow every time to change the light setting for the caratbong. And turn it off. And let me just show you what it looks like inside the costume. So you can see it looks nice. And then those are just all the different settings, and then you can turn it off. So that's basically it for the costume. And It was really easy to make. All you need is an extra stuffed animal if you have any lying around, and it fits pretty nicely. I don't really see anybody selling these, so it's really nice to like just make it yourself, and it's not that difficult. You can see like it's just a stuffed animal, hot glue gun, and that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe if you like my content. Thank you so much. Bye.